Good evening, Professor. For this week's journal, we're supposed to reflect on visual aids and what we learned in Chapter 13 of our weekly reading. So some of the general visual aid guidelines that I was able to read about included that everyone can hear or see the visual aid. You only display the visual aid when using them, so at the beginning of your speech or towards the end, hide the presentation that's behind you. Rehearse over and over again. You want to talk to the audience and not the aid, so don't turn around and look at something behind you if that's where your aid is, as well as always having a plan B for a PowerPoint or any type of electronic visual aids. So with Unit 6, I used a mannequin for my visual aid, and I thought that I did fairly well within the general guidelines of using visual aids. I think that I did good with displaying the aid and using the aid throughout my speech, although if I went off on one of the guidelines, I should have had it hidden during my introduction. I also feel like I needed to speak louder. I know that I was sick that week, but the acoustics of the room just weren't very good. I know the audience could see me throughout the whole video, but I think that my audio was a little off. I think that I did well with rehearsing as well. I think I recorded and worked on my video at least 10 times and worked on my presentation throughout the prior week, trying to get it all right and my facts correct. So I think I did well with most of the general guidelines. I just think that I need small tweaks here and there. Now, when we're approaching Unit 9's PowerPoint requirement, going off the guidelines, I think that if we're using a PowerPoint, one of the good things is, as it said before, display the aid only when you're going to use it. So start by having the PowerPoint behind you or where the audience can see it, but turned off, and then introduce yourself, what your topic is, what you're going to talk about, all those little things, and then turn the PowerPoint on so their attention goes from you to that aid, and then it's not split between the two, and they don't even focus on what you're talking about that week. Also, a plan B, probably a printout of the PowerPoint would be a good idea, just in case something's going on and the computer isn't working, or a handout, or any of those type of things are all really good fallback plans with the guidelines for that Unit 9. So I think knowing these guidelines and then approaching this PowerPoint, those are the ones that I'm really going to focus on, is making sure people can hear it and see it. I only use it when I'm actually reading or viewing the PowerPoint, and that print off. So thank you for listening to my journal. Have a great weekend.